everyone. Today we're going to be reading an article about an inventor that lived back in the 1800s. We're going to talk about what she invented and why she invented it. And then after that, we're going to talk about a few things. One of them is called the main idea. Main idea is just the big idea that you find in whatever you are reading, the important idea. And the details tell more about the important ideas or main ideas. But first, I'm going to have the computer read the article.
Shared reads 1 and 2. Remember to annotate as you read.
Connelly, inventor. Over 100 years ago, fire was a danger for people in city apartment buildings. When a fire swept through a building, people on the upper floors were trapped. In 1887, Connelly designed a steel staircase. The staircase attached to the outside of buildings. Now, people have learned to get out of burning buildings. And as fires save many lives all over the country.
Okay, so we heard the inventor's name. It's actually part of the title here, Anna Connelly. And what did she invent? Well, over here, let me get my little pen here. Over here, it said that she designed a steel staircase. Okay, now we know what she invented. Why did she invent it? We could probably find that information here in paragraph 1. Why did, oh, that's a crazy circle. Why did Anna Connelly invent the steel staircase? Well, let's see. The first paragraph says, over 100 years ago, fire was a danger for people in city apartment buildings. When fire swept through a building, people on the upper floors were trapped. So without a steel staircase, which is what you see here in the picture, people had no way of getting out of a burning building, especially if the fire was blocking them from getting to the staircase on the inside of the building. So in our notes here, let's write about who the inventor was and why she invented her invention. So I'm going to go back to my text box here, or my toolbox, and let's write about it. Okay, so get my box a little bit bigger. Let's write down Anna Connelly invented the steel staircase because, why did she invent it? So that people on the upper floors could escape a fire, right? So that people who lived on the upper floors of apartments could escape during a fire. There we go. We got it all down. Good job. Now, let's talk about main idea, which is the big idea. And we'll find the big idea in paragraph 1 and also in paragraph 2, right here. Okay, so in paragraph 1, it says, over 100 years ago, fire was a danger for people in city apartment buildings. When fire swept through a building, people on the upper floors were trapped. So, what is the big idea in this paragraph? What is the main idea? The main idea was that fire was a danger for people in city apartment buildings, right? That's the big idea. That's what this whole paragraph is about. Now, let's talk about the detail to that. What part of this paragraph tells more about fire being a danger for people in apartment buildings? What tells more about that? Well, this sentence says when fire swept through a building, people on the upper floors were trapped. This part tells me more about fire being a danger for people in apartment buildings. So I'm going to underline this detail. That tells me more about the main idea, the big idea. All right, let's try the second paragraph here. Let's find the big idea. In 1887, Anna Connelly designed a steel staircase. The staircase attached to the outside of buildings, see like in the picture. Now people had a way to get out of burning buildings. Anna's fire escape saved many lives all over the country. So what is the big idea in this paragraph? What is this paragraph about? Well, it's about Anna Connelly designing a steel staircase, right? So let's circle that. We'll circle our main idea. This paragraph's starting to look a little bit messy, like the first paragraph, but that's okay. Sometimes these get messy. Okay, so let's find some details about her designing a steel staircase. Let's see, the staircase attached to the outside of buildings. Well, that's a detail. That tells me more about the staircase, so I'm going to underline that. Okay, are there any more details about her steel staircase? Well, it says here now people had a way to get out of burning buildings. That tells me more about the steel staircase, so I'm going to underline that. And is there any other information in the second paragraph that tells me more about the steel staircase? Well, it says here that Anna's fire escape saved many lives all over the country. Well, that's a good detail about the staircase. Let's underline that too. All right. Now you have learned a little bit more, or a little bit, I should say, about main idea and details. And we will cover this again a few times in the coming weeks.